Man takes apart the magazine, takes out the bullets inside, pulls out the spring inside. Then he picks up pliers, cuts off a piece of the spring, then threads it through cotton string, uses the pliers to clamp it tight, make sure the spring will not fall off. The man then ties the pliers to the string. Finally he tears off a small piece of scarf, carefully threads it through the spring, rolls it into a ball, and it becomes a bright fishing bait. Just like that, a simple fishing rod is ready. Teammate Matt curiously takes the hook. He does not believe it can catch fish. But the three pilots trapped at sea have not eaten nor drunk for 2 days. If they cannot find food, the three of them will starve to death sooner or later. So Matt, with a try it attitude, throws the hook into the sea. Unexpectedly, after a while a fish really bites, but Matt has no time to be happy, because the fish seems hungrier than them. The man and Matt use all their strength, but still cannot pull the fish up. Instead, the bait and hook are eaten clean. They wanted to use the leftover materials to make another hook and keep fishing, but the scorching sun makes everyone dizzy. They have no strength left to try. The captain and the man wrap their heads with clothes. That makes them feel a little better. But young Matt is still full of energy. He faces the blazing sun, makes another hook and throws it into the sea. Keeps waiting for fish to bite, but he waits a long time, and no fish bite the hook. Hunger and heat keep torturing Matt. Finally he cannot sit still, quickly puts on a life jacket, and jumps into the sea without hesitation, cooling himself down, while also looking around for fish. But Matt swims for a long time. The blue sea is empty. He finds nothing but water. He realizes keeping this up only wastes energy, so he returns to the life raft, to think of another way. But with no fresh water and food supply, everyone is starving and weak, and under the burning sun, they suffer unbearable heat. Their bodies start to dehydrate. At this point the man cannot sit still. He scoops up seawater wanting to drink, but the captain tells him to put it down quickly. Drinking seawater will not quench thirst. It will only kill you faster. The captain's words make the man despair, but most of his body water is already gone. If they keep sitting like this they will surely die. Thinking of this, Matt forces himself to keep going, throws the hook into the sea again, hoping a fish will bite. Luckily effort pays off. Not long after, some small fish swim to the raft, but they only swim around the hook, with no intention of biting. Seeing this, Matt breaks down. He pulls back the rope, takes out the small knife from his pocket, ready to take out his anger on the fish. The captain fears he will cut the raft and stops him, but Matt is already starving and delirious. Not only does he ignore the captain, he grips the knife tight, and stabs wildly into the water.
I hit the raft! I hit the raft! God, you idiot! Don't move! I'll get this cement! I hit the raft! Oh, shit!
The three are stunned. No time to think. They throw all their strength and grab the shark tightly. Then Matt keeps stabbing with the knife. After a dozen stabs, the shark is finally subdued, but they do not celebrate. They quickly cut open the shark belly, ready to fill their empty stomachs. But as soon as they cut a big opening, a lot of half-digested fish spill out of the shark belly. The bloody sight is disgusting, but they are starving. They grab the fish and shove them into their mouths. After eating their fill, the three use socks to store leftover fish meat, preparing for drifting ahead. Next, they use jackets to soak up water, clean the bloodstains off the raft. But just after cleaning, a commotion comes from the sea. They stare wide-eyed, not knowing what to do. On the empty sea, a group of sharks smell the blood and swim over from all directions. Soon they surround the raft. The three dare not relax. They hold guns, nervously watching around, ready to fight the sharks. But from afternoon till dark, the sharks never attack. Seeing the dark sea staying quiet, Matt thinks the danger is gone. He leans on the raft edge, ready to wash his face to wake up. But as soon as he puts his hand in the water, a shark suddenly appears and bites his right hand hard. Luckily Matt reacts fast, and with the man and captain bandaging in time, the wound is only a small cut, not serious. But after treating the wound, they face another problem. As long as the blood smell lingers, they remain the shark's target, not knowing how to defend. Just as they despair, the man suddenly sees rain starting to fall on the sea. Soon the rain grows heavier. It washes away the blood smell and gives them precious fresh water. The next morning, with the blood smell gone, the sharks leave the raft. The sea finally returns to peace. After solving food and water, the three realize staying at sea is not a long-term plan. So the captain takes a pencil from his pocket and draws a sea chart on a life jacket. He uses his navigation knowledge to confirm their current position. That is not all. The captain tells Matt to untie ropes from the raft edge, then ties them to life jackets and throws them into the sea as underwater sails for power, planning to use the current and wind to carry them to land. But a week later, they still drift on the endless sea, not even a shadow of an island in sight. Worse still, the stored fish meat is already gone. They can only pray to reach land before starving to death. Hunger makes them weak and listless. They lower their heads, not knowing how to survive another day. Even energetic Matt is close to madness with hunger. He suddenly grabs the man's gun. The man, confused, just about to ask what is going on, when he sees Matt slowly raise his left hand and point the gun at the captain. the bullet passes by his ear. The captain not only is unafraid, but overjoyed to find food. He quickly jumps into the sea and swims toward the albatross. But before they can be happy, they see the blood smell attracts sharks again. Even though the sharks chase fiercely, the captain, trained and skilled, quickly swims back to the raft, climbs up just before the shark bites, escaping death. The 3 survivors have no time to rest. They divide the bird meat into 3 parts and eat it, but the meat is too little to fill their stomachs. Worse still, Matt realizes drifting without a compass or detailed map. The captain's earlier navigation was way off. They are already far off course, further and further from land. The captain hides the truth to avoid panic, but they do not blame him. Instead, they bring out his old sea chart and encourage him to confirm the direction again, to lead them out of the sea. With encouragement from the 2 pilots, the captain is no longer depressed. He cuts open his shoes with a knife, throws away the uppers, then punches 2 holes in the shoes, turning them into paddles, letting Matt and the man row by hand toward the new direction. But their ordeal is not over. Before they make much progress, the sea turns dark. A storm is coming. The captain orders them to put on life jackets, but before he finishes speaking, a wave crashes in. The surge sweeps the captain away. When he finally swims back to the raft, before he can catch his breath, another bigger wave crashes, throwing all 3 into the sea. The paddles sink into the deep ocean. At this critical moment, they swim desperately to the raft. The experienced captain tells them they must follow the wind and flip the raft back over, or they will all drown. Under the captain's guidance, the 3 work together, finally climb back on the raft, but with raging wind and waves, the danger is still great. They huddle in the raft, enduring storm and waves. After a night, the storm ends, but the 3 are exhausted. They can barely open their eyes. Yet even so, they refuse to give up. After regaining some strength, they row with their hands instead of paddles, weak strokes pushing forward, but human strength runs out. Soon their weak bodies cannot go on. They completely faint, no idea how long has passed. The 3 wake up dazed, still surrounded by endless sea. Matt and the man break down. Even the captain loses hope. He uses his last bit of strength, scoops up seawater, and drinks it despite the risk. Maybe heaven has pity. As they fall into despair, they suddenly see land that they searched for in vain is right ahead. Seeing land, the 3 are overjoyed. Hope of survival before their eyes gives them endless strength. They rush to the raft edge and slowly move toward shore. After countless dangers, the 3 strong men finally land on the beach. They hold each other up and walk toward signs of people.